Welcome back to another Professional Picks college basketball video. We got two games for this one. Trying to keep it more in depth and just focus on the bigger matchups for next week. And then we also got Shaan on today. He's going to help out with some of our basketball videos, like how I help Ian out with the football ones. But we'll just let Shaan introduce himself. He's been doing the golf stuff lately.
What's up, guys? Like Kyle mentioned, golf stuff is what I've been doing. Obviously, tour's on a break right now. So I follow college basketball really quick, pretty intensely. So thought I'd help out on these videos. Just a reminder, follow us at Profit of Picks, both on Instagram and Twitter. Especially on Twitter, we'll tweet out our daily plays with college basketball. Especially we can't make videos that quickly. So we'll tweet out when those official lines come out, our official plays. So let's get into it.
Yep. And then also just make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are enjoying these videos. Just want to shout that out at this beginning. But as always, we have our partnership with Prize Picks. You can see there on the left, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 using our promo code PROPICKS. It's a great app for player props and specifically college player props because they let you place entries on things like players' fantasy scores, which you can't find on DraftKings or FanDuel. And then Shaan will go into more of the promos they offer.
Yeah, so Prize Picks have started offering a variety of promos. What we really like is Taco Tuesday. So on Taco Tuesday, they'll give you a notification that they're discounting a certain player's prop, whether it was like a fantasy score or, for example, Kevin Durant's over in points. For that game, it was 28.5. They discounted to 23.5. And so you parlay it with another leg. We did David Pastrnak to score under 0.5 goals. On another book, you'll get that at plus 111, whereas on Prize Picks, you get that at plus 200 when you use the power play. So definitely take advantage of this. We're really liking Prize Picks, and remember to use our promo code PROPICKS, and they'll match your deposit up to $100.
All right, with that, we'll get into the content of the video. Just a quick overview. We've been a little bit above even the whole season, really just been teetering around here. Every time it seems we go up a couple units, we're coming right back down to even. So we just hope as more games are getting played, a little bit more stats and research that we start sharpening this method out, just ending up with a little bit more in the positive. We've definitely seen that trend in our football videos. So we hope that continues throughout the basketball season as well.
Yeah, and 18-14, not that bad of a record. Shooting at a 56% clip, that'll be profitable at all times. So if we can get consistent, stay consistent with that, that's great.
And then our first matchup for this one taking place on, this is the Sunday or the Tuesday game?
This is the Tuesday game, and we got Alabama at Memphis. Alabama, ninth in the nation right now, coming off that big statement win at Gonzaga, against Gonzaga. They do have a big matchup on Saturday. We're recording it before that game happens against Houston, who's 14th in the nation. I know he has Houston winning this game, at least at covering. And that will definitely shift this line a little bit. But when it comes to Memphis, this game's at Memphis, it's kind of turned into a dumpster fire there. Penny Hardaway came out and said that his team's selfish. The upperclassmen don't want to help out the underclassmen. They have definitely are coming in under expectations from the beginning of the season. What do you think is going to happen in this game? How do you think they match up?
Yeah, so like Shaan mentioned, we got Houston coming in to Alabama on Saturday, and I do think Houston's going to win that game. I think those are two very similar teams, really strong on the perimeter. They play good defense, but Houston's defense is on another level than everybody else right now. They have the number one ranked defense in the country, only giving up 53.4 points per game. So I just don't think Alabama is going to really just stay as consistent on the defensive end against Houston. They're both going to make a lot of threes. And like I mentioned in that video, I think the real way of beating Houston this year is to take advantage of their smaller posts. They don't have a dominant interior player. You're going to need somebody like Hunter Dickinson, Kofi Coburn, for example. You're going to need a dominant post to beat Houston because their guards play way too well of defense. Alabama's not going to be able to hit threes like they have been the last couple of games, and especially in their win against Gonzaga. So I think this line's going to move a little bit down, actually. I think Alabama's going to lose that game You might end up seeing it down to -7. You could see it at 9 here. That's what we have it at. And that's just as it stands today. If Alabama wins, you could see them as even bigger favorites. But Memphis, on the other hand, like Shaan mentioned, it's just a complete mess. They have a bunch of highly ranked recruits, a bunch of highly ranked freshmen this year, and they're just not getting along with the upperclassmen. It seems like this one's more on the upperclassmen. Penny Hardaway said they're not helping. They're not just being good teammates to the underclassmen. It's a lot of selfish play. Everybody at Memphis, for the most part, was a ranked recruit at one point. So these guys all have some sort of ego. They all want to go to the league, and it's just not meshing well. There's too much talent on that roster and just not enough role players. So for the outlook of this game, I do think Alabama's going to win. I don't know if getting them at -9 is that great of a play, though, because Memphis still has the upper hand on the interior, in my opinion. They still have DJ Jeffries, and then more importantly, Jalen Duran. The best post player on Alabama is Charles Bediako, but I think Jalen Duran was the higher ranked recruit than him. Just better player, a little bit stronger, a little bit more skilled. I think if Memphis obviously has the talent, they could keep this one close, but you just don't know what you're going to get from them on the court. I would love to see Alabama lose to Houston on Saturday, get this line a little bit lower. And that seems like the current lean, but I think Alabama for sure wins the game. Just sitting at the -9 of what we're projected might be a little bit too high.
Yeah. And their guard play is so good, Alabama. I think they will take advantage of Memphis. Anything else that you want to mention for this video, or are we going to lean with Alabama, hopefully around -9?
Yeah, I think we'll just take the lean on Alabama, especially just, I guess, overall experience. And yeah, just should dominate that guard matchup. Just probably not too advisable to bet on Memphis until you see them actually turn it around.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on to probably the biggest game of this week. Villanova at Baylor, undefeated Baylor. Their defense looks a lot better than last year. They haven't really played anyone too legit other than Michigan State, which is a pretty big win. But I'm really excited for this matchup. Playing against an experienced Villanova team, a little undersized. They handle the ball really well, got a lot of experience. Both these teams shoot exceptionally well from the three. I think it is going to be a scoring fest. What do you think is going to happen here? How do these teams match up? Do you think Villanova's experience outweighs Baylor's athleticism?
I do think Villanova's experience is definitely going to show in this one, especially like you mentioned, Baylor's only their best win of the season is against Michigan State. Villanova has blown out Tennessee. They went to overtime with UCLA. They played Purdue pretty well.
Only lost by 6 to Purdue.
This Villanova team's been playing well. They've been playing everyone, not backing down. Also, tons of experience. I think that's just really going to show in this game. Baylor lost their 3 best players from last year. So a lot of the guys starting and getting minutes weren't in these big games last year, or at least not in the same role that they were last year. So I think their guys are going to be ready. Traveling to Waco in front of a crowded stadium isn't really going to impact them that much. You got all upperclassmen. Even with the COVID year, they've still been in front of packed college stadiums before this. I just think also looking at this from outside view, when you look at Villanova, Baylor, you think of 2 good defensive teams and 2 good perimeter shooting teams. So I looked into the perimeter shooting a little bit more, and Villanova actually shoots 5% better as a team from the arc, and that's on 80 more attempts. So on more attempts, you'd expect them to be a little bit worse. If they're shooting 5% better on 80 more attempts, you could decently confidently say that Villanova is a better 3-point shooting team. So you can't give Baylor the edge on that, and that's been their calling card all season. I think where this game is interesting is Baylor has a little bit of a size advantage. They got Flo Thamba and Jonathan Chachua coming off the bench. It's going to be tough for Villanova, but they've showed they could play against other bigger teams and just hold their ground in those games.
Yeah, especially with that. They kept it that close with Purdue, who's probably one of the best big man teams with Trevion Williamson, Zach Edey. So one thing, too, that Colin Gillespie shooting, 44% from three, whereas LJ Cryer 47.9% from three. I mean, two really good guards that can shoot the three. What I like to see here is Jay Wright. Always has his team ready to go. Baylor plays up in your face, really athletic. It's going to be nice to have an experienced backcourt out there that can handle the ball, limit the turnovers. I mean, that's what you think of when you think of Villanova. Jay Wright having his guys ready to go and just ready to play, especially in a big top 10 matchup on the road. I think Baylor will definitely give them a game.
Yeah, I love Baylor here +3. Honestly, Baylor up to money line. I'll take them to win this game on the road. I think Villanova definitely wins this one. The problem I have with Baylor still, like I mentioned, is they got a size advantage, but I don't think they're going to be able to exploit that against Villanova. Matthew Meyer, 6'9", but they list him as a guard and he shoots mostly threes. They have their two true posts that I mentioned, so they're not really going to be banging Villanova down low. And Villanova also has the higher 3-point percentage from the arc. I think Villanova is going to beat them at their own game in this one. Just play sound basketball, not get sped up. One of the top teams in turnovers per game also. So Villanova just really has all the counters to what Baylor's going to try to bring in this game.
Yeah. I'd love to see Villanova go on the road and beat Baylor, who hasn't really beat anyone yet. So definitely look out on Twitter for our official plan this game. We'll like to see what the line is, maybe take them spread, maybe take a money line.
Yep. And then just our recap, that Villanova Baylor game is on Sunday at 2 p.m. We're leaning Villanova. I think you're going to get them plus money, but we're going to take them to win the game regardless. And then the other game, Tuesday, you got Bama at Memphis. Bama, we think, definitely wins this one. We just are not sure on what we're going to get as far as a line. So we're going to wait on the official lean. So stay tuned on Twitter for that.
Yeah. And what if it is maybe the game that Memphis decides to figure it out after your coach calls you out in a press conference, just going off on you? I really doubt it. So we'll probably be leaning Alabama. Other than that, make sure to like and subscribe if you guys like our content. Leave in the comments. So if you're tailing, even if you're fading, we want to hear what you guys' thoughts are on these games. And as always, let us know if you guys want any more content regarding college basketball, because we're willing to put it out.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have good luck on your bets this week. And we hope you guys also enjoyed having Shaan along on this video. Just want to break it up, make it a little bit more conversational.